Hey, before y'all do anything, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you rockin' with Young Dolph. Welcome back to the channel, man. So Moneybagg Yo pulled the strap on Rod Wave Dad, and he got jumped by BEO Kenny for dissing Young Dolph. It was a lot that happened for Moneybagg Yo. He wanted right now. They might get him for the situation with Rod Wave Dad. If you listen to what Rod Wave Dad said, he was so on edge because Moneybagg Yo just got jumped by BEO Kenny, and he was everything coming out of Memphis. Basically, they know what's going on, right? So he jumped BEO Kenny, jumped Moneybagg Yo. Next thing you know, Moneybagg Yo and his crew, they moving super careful now. The next show they go to, they hit the next show up. Rod Wave Dad backstage and everything like that. Moneybagg Yo ain't even went up to perform yet. Rod Wave Dad come up, he want the lighter. He asking for the lighter, and Moneybagg Yo up the pole on him. This is coming out of Rod Wave Dad mouth, man. We don't know if he gonna press charges or anything if they seen it on security footage, but doing that to somebody, they might go after Moneybagg Yo for that. And this is another reason why a lot of people think this is the karma related to the Young Dolph situation. This karma keep happening to a lot of CMG people. You see what happened to Yo Gotti's brother. You see what happened to Govan and everything like that. Now for BEO Lil Kenny to get out the slammer and everything, go back in Memphis. And remember, day one, he was already taking shots at Moneybagg Yo. He was letting him know that, nah, they not cool. What Moneybagg Yo did to BEO Lil Kenny was not cool right before he got locked up, and he made him lose everything, man. And this was back when Dolph was really trying to put Moneybagg Yo on. So BEO Lil Kenny was looking at it like, how could Moneybagg Yo betray Dolph, man? That's something that don't make sense in his head, because Dolph was helping both of them get their families fed, man. He was putting food on their table. He was helping them with their bills, and Moneybagg Yo knows that. You can't forget about who helped you in the past and everything like that. You still got to show respect to those people, man. And this is one thing why people got to realize that Dolph was not just helping Moneybagg Yo. He was helping everybody. Glorilla, he was about to sign her. Big Moochie Grape, he signed him. Keyglock's cousins, everybody. Kenny Money, the whole entire, pretty much all of Memphis was going to be under Dolph until the other side, CMG, came around. Once Yo Gotti heard that he was working with Moneybagg Yo, then everything he could do to take Moneybagg Yo out from Dolph, man. A lot of people was hating on Dolph, man. This is why most people think in Memphis that they set Dolph up, because they was hating on him, bro. If you think Young Dolph got set up, comment down below, because a lot of people in Memphis know what's going on, bro. They know about the fact that this whole situation with Moneybagg Yo's Bentley is tied to the whole cookie shop, because it was riding in front of the cookie shop. Once they figure out who that is when they're going to know exact details about Big Jook, because they still didn't get alibis from Big Jook. They still didn't get alibis from Govan. Everybody pled the fifth. Everybody that's riding in the Bentley, Moneybagg Yo, Yo Gotti, blacyoungsta, Govan, Big Jook, they all pled the fifth, because they know where they were when this whole thing happened. When Dolph got taken out, they was driving on the same road. That's no coincidence, man. That means that folks had to have known Dolph was going to get hit up and dropped off somewhere. They knew the U-Haul was coming to the cookie shop. That's why the Bentley drove by. Perfect timing. You don't just cruise around in a Bentley around town and accidentally catch bodies that's getting dropped right in front of you and everything like that. This is crazy. The whole thing is a bombshell, because once blacyoungsta's friend, Shondell Barnett, once they released him, and really he's actually one of the suspects too, because they came out saying they released the wrong person. He was the third getaway driver. He was inside that two-door that pulled up. When that Benz pulled up, when that two-door pulled up, that's when they knew somebody was in that back seat, because the seat went forward. Somebody moved the back seat forward. Man, anybody out there that has a two-seater, they know for a fact that you got to move that front passenger seat forward so the person in the back could get out, man. Man, this is a point-blank period. It's in front of everybody, bro. They got to understand that it's 3 people inside that car. It's at least 5 people in the Bentley. There was all other cars that was following Dolph, man, because from that picture that was taken at the gas station where Dolph had the yellow shirt on and he was looking left and right because he was going back into his camo car, and he knew somebody was recording him. They was taking pictures of Dolph from all these different cars that was following him. that was the last time he was really seen, man, because right after that is when he went to the interview, when he went to that last interview he did, man, at that center. When he was at that center, that's when they took his keys. You see the lady with the long braids, she came up, took a picture with Dolph, but you see the arm going into the pocket like this. The arm came from behind his back into the pocket. They took the keys out and they got into the car, drove the car while Dolph was looking for his keys. They said, yeah, you must have dropped them at the other spot. So that's when they offered to give him a ride, man. And the person that came in, you got to understand, the people that was inside that place, once they took Dolph's keys, they was already calling the hitters, telling them, hey, guess who just walked in? Dolph just walked in. You got to understand that it's some people out there that's crazy enough to do something like that. They might not be in the mix of the street beef or anything, or the rap beef or whatever, or the baby mama beef, but they know people who know the folks on the other side. So there's some folks out there for just a couple $100, just a couple $1,000. Once Dolph walked into the place and they seen him, they seen he was taking pictures and everything, that he was going to be there for a minute. That's when they called the other hitters from the other side and said, hey, I just seen Dolph up in here. Ain't y'all looking for him? I just need the bread. I just want the money, you know, all that. Y'all know what I mean, man? This is something that goes on. You can't tell me that people don't take bread and do unthinkable things, man. A lot of people was turning their back on young Dolph. He was helping the whole community, but some people, they decided to side with people that they knew that was rocking with either CMG, or they just was hating on Dolph because of the situations with him not wanting to work with Gotti, the baby mama issues, the dissing in the songs. Then they get people from Trula and Double R. You gotta understand that it was people who was telling people in Trula and Double R not to rock with Dolph. Now, who would do that? Only somebody that was from the CMG side would think about telling folks in Double R and folks in Trula not to rock with Dolph, because young Dolph had people in Trula and in Double R that was messing with him. It was like 50-50. It just depends whose auntie is connected to that and this and that. You got to remember that Memphis is small. So a lot of people, they got folks in their family that is either working with Yo Gotti, working with CMG, Moneybagg Yo, or any of them. But they not in the mix of it. They might just be workers at that Family Dollar. They might be just workers at that cookie shop. They might just be workers at that center that he went to. They might just be workers at that U-Haul. Everybody that's in town got a connection to either seeing young Dolph and knowing where he's at, and also knowing dudes from CMG that they could call and say, hey, I need some bread. Look who just walked in. I'll tell you it's one of your ops, but you got to pay up. A lot of people do that, man. And this is why when BEO Kenny came out, when a lot of people came out after Dolph got hit up, they was disappointed in the PRE. They was disappointed in people in Memphis, because they knew that's the king of Memphis, man. That's Dolph. So by any means necessary, you're supposed to make sure that he stays out of all of that stuff. And so a lot of people, they knew what was going on. They knew that the money was put on the head. They knew that there was a lot of people that was riding around looking for Dolph. They tried him in Charlotte with the 100 shot. They tried him in LA. He got in the arm. Both those times, blacyoungsta came up as somebody that they spoke. blacyoungsta turned himself in. The second time, Govan was a primary suspect when Dolph got hit in the arm in LA. Y'all got to remember that. Govan is a CMG executive. So at the end of the day, they already got connections between Govan being the mastermind and Dolph getting hit up this time. And last time when he got hit up in LA, Govan was caught running away from the scene a block and a half away in a full sprint with sweat all over his face. And if they didn't dust the fingerprints at that point, somebody had already taken the burner and threw it in the recycling bin, and they took the recycling right away that day, man. So that was a close call for Govan, and that's when Govan first got put on the map for the feds. That's when the feds really knew that these were the people who might have been hating on Dolph enough to the point where if Dolph did get set up, then they definitely gonna open back up the record books and look through what exactly Govan did when he was running away from the Dolph scene. What did he say in the statements? How did he get out of that jam? What was the alibi that time? So then how come this time when it happens, same people get brought up and then Govan get booked in released on a 90K bond, and the feds say he the ringleader. So if he's the ringleader and they released him on 90K bond, that means that Govan had to have told on the next person up, because they already got Big Jook right before Govan. So when they brought Big Jook up, and that's Yo Gotti's brother, that's Yo Gotti's only brother. That's his big brother. So when they brought in Yo Gotti's big brother, Big Jook, for him to get out, he had to tell on Govan. Then when they brought Govan in, what Govan did was he had to tell him where the bread came from, who sent the hit, who did everything, who called the plays, the meeting that they had at the Privé right before, the night before, where it was all the CMG dudes in one room plotting on what they was gonna do and what part they was gonna play in the whole Dolph thing, because it was about to go down. Man, it was about to go down, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they know for a fact that for Govan to get released, he had to have told on either Yo Gotti, anybody else, CMG, blacyoungsta. They really go look at it. And now when this whole, if the RICO comes together, they already know who to get. If the feds unleash the RICO, they already know who to get, because they got a 99% chance. They doing their homework. They know for a fact who's related. Yo Gotti even saying out of his own mouth in Yo Gotti's new songs that he getting looked at by the feds. That's coming from Yo Gotti, so that's the breaking news right there. If CMG already getting looked at by the feds, then either Yo Gotti's gonna throw Govan and Big Jook under the bus, or they gonna take blacyoungsta for it all. Because you know for a fact that through the connections and everything like that, they not gonna let Yo Gotti go down for it unless they get everybody, blacyoungsta and Govan, to tell on him. And so that's the thing. Now they looking for blacyoungsta to figure out, is blacyoungsta gonna tell on Yo Gotti? Is Yo Gotti gonna tell on blacyoungsta? Vice versa. To find out what happens, y'all need to watch and subscribe, because this is the reason why all of this stuff is going on, because they getting ready to actually get the justice for Young Dolph. Whether that comes with the RICO from CMG, or they get the folks to tell on each other. And it could go down anyways, man. So make sure y'all subscribe and stay tuned for the next one.